answers to the question posed by the members of Parliament. MP Leonard asked, is the increase of the pension age only for civil servants or for all the people in general on St. Martin? Answer, yes, these changes only affect the public servants who have their pension regulated via the pension plan. For example, government workers, teachers, SXM workers, RPS workers, etc. Have the physically heavy professions been taken into consideration while making the decision to increase the pension age? No one was excluded. Government, however, has promised the unions to develop a comprehensive policy, type of work, health, age, retraining, reassignment, readjusted work, etc. How does the bezuiniging of police officers, which is not yet in place and is being worked on, relate to the new pension legislation? How will they still benefit from it? The answer, the pension plan is also applicable for the police, so it affects them the same way as all other public servants. If at a later date changes are made to someone's legal position retroactively to a date prior to the date these pension changes take place, a recalculation has to be made. The next question, the former Netherlands Antilles had a winding down phase for civil servants which were leading up to retirement. They were able to work half days until reaching their actual retirement age. Does the new pension regulation also provide for this? If not, what is the specific reason for this? The answer, there was indeed such a policy in the Netherlands Antilles, but it did not apply to the workers of the island territory of St. Martin because it did not have a legal basis to begin with. Such local policies enacted by letter, rondschrijving or circulaire from the employer did not become country St. Martin policies after 10-10-10. Based upon the LVO overgangsbepaling, only laws did. How many civil servants are reaching the pension age in the coming 2, 5, and 10 years? For the age 62, in 2020, 83 persons. In 2023, 285 persons. In 2028, 679 persons. For the age bracket of 65, 0 in 2020, in 2023, 83, in 2028, 456 persons. How many civil servants refuse to pay their participation into RPS? Is this mandatory or do they have an option? The registering and participation in the fund is a mandatory process based on the National Pension Ordinance for public servants. Public servants cannot refuse. And lastly, for MP Leonard, what is the exact amount of uniformed personnel, police, firemen, immigration, ambulance, that are not registered at RPS? A total amount of 40 uniformed personnel is not registered as yet by RPS. Questions from MP Peterson. What is the average pension payout for the civil servants? The answer to this question is not straightforward and could not be answered by the pension fund alone, due to the fact that the living condition situation for each pensioner can vary. The average pension payment from RPS is 1,950 guilders per month gross. The lowest pension payment amount is 33 guilders and 25 cents per month, and the highest is 10,928 guilders per month. The minimum wage is set at 1,369 guilders per month gross. The average pension payment is higher than the minimum wage. In addition to the pension entitlements from RPS, a pensioner can also be entitled to the AOV from SZV. The AOV is based on the years a person has been registered living on the island. This amount will be calculated pro rata based on the years that the person lived on the island, based on the full amount of 45 years. Based on the information we received about 2 years ago, the average payout from SZV is approximately 650 guilders per month gross in comparison to the full amount of 1,086 per month gross. The total average amount a pensioner is receiving is therefore 2,600 guilders per month gross. Can a breakdown be provided of the RPS participants based on the age? The breakdown is as follows. For the age bracket 20 to 30, it's 323. Age bracket 31 to 40, 746. 41 to 50, 820. 51 to 65, 755. MP Peterson also asks, why are widowers and ex-spouses being excluded in the new pension legislation? Widows are not excluded. Only ex-spouses are excluded from receiving a widow's pension. Most participants find it odd that ex-spouses would be entitled to a part of the widow's pension once the participant dies. The general feeling is that once spouses divorce, the complete divisions of assets should be regulated in the divorce settlement. It was an explicit wish from the unions to exclude ex-spouses. Of course, already accrued widow's pension prior to this change will stay. Present participants will not accrue any further, and future participants will not accrue any.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Tell them, connecting you.
For this holiday season, visit Lucky Group of Companies for all your beauty supplies. In Lucky 2, the most modern store you can find, Melanie Color with Impact Hair Dyes, L'Oreal Paris, Black Opal, Revlon, Maybelline, and NYX Professional Makeup, St. Ives, Oil of Olay, and Neutrogena Body Lotion, Coppertone Sunscreen, brand name perfumes, Disney Cosmetics for kids and travel sizes, a wide selection of synthetic and human hair from the Janet Collection, hair extensions and ladies' wigs in all styles, shape, and colors, perfume gift baskets, a large variety of electronics such as Apple, HP, Nikon, Pioneer, and Olympus, watches from Casio, Seiko, and Citizen, and the latest musical headphones from Beats. Lucky 1, Lucky 2, and Shoppers Plaza is wishing you the very best for the holiday season and a happy new year.
The issues that you have raised are real. And again, it is okay to disagree. I respect you for the fact that you stand for what you believe in and you continue to pursue it. I have a different take on the approach. We have had lengthy discussions on this matter in the past. I look forward to continuing having those discussions with you in terms of your approach. I do believe that you can't say A and B in the same breath. For me, if we want to really pursue the standing on our own 2 feet, then we got to do everything that is possible to do that. But again, I commend you for your stance. You have been after it, and at the end of the day, which I've told you before, if you succeed in your approach, many will benefit. So thank you for your steadfastness. To you too, Mrs. Elshot, for bringing the matter constantly to the fore in terms of some of the things that are happening out there. I have a question that I've also posed in other circles and haven't really gotten the answer to. The matter of an elderly council as such, representing the elderly with all of the issues that they have. Are you aware of such? And, so in addition to your own drive and agenda actually that you pursue, are you aware of any such a body that basically could bring these matters regarding the elderly together from a broad perspective? So if you have any information regarding such, I know it used to be in the past. I am not aware of it being up and running at this time, but maybe you would have information. I agree with those who have, yourselves and others who have brought forward, the need for data, concrete data on St. Martin. It shouldn't be what I think from observation and what others think, but really had concrete data regarding the situation that we face and the issue also mentioned by a member of parliament regarding both sides of the island and the constant movement of people across the island, especially when you're collecting data. So again, thank you for your steadfastness, for your presentation. I will also make it possible, in addition to your presentation that has been received by members of parliament, but also the film the little video you wanted to show, that is also available so that members of parliament can take note of the entire video that you had.
What we have, we can only share with you what in our opinion or in our research has surfaced from the data, especially on the senior citizens. That was research that was done where it came out how many of them had already damage to their home, structural damage to the homes, wear and tear prior to the hurricane. And that number alone of the persons and their homes, it is very close to the 750 that you are referring to. And we also know for a fact that there are a lot of problems with leased land and rebuilding on leased land. But what was so surprising to us, which we sometimes miss out on, because the leased land problem existed after Hurricane Lois also. And we noted, for example, that a lot of those structures that used to be T1 11, especially in the Cahill area behind where used to be 1, 2, 3, 4 or more, has now been turned into blocks. And there were even actions there when they are, a lot of those structures are blocks. I go up there constantly, Mr. Emmanuel, you could disagree with me, but okay, when I'm finished, you could probably explain. But it is amazing to see, though, that even when there was an action, when government sent in caterpillars up there to break down certain things that was in blocks, that the people and their actions, they actually, defended what they put down there, and it was not possible to break it down. So in our awareness and our plea, we are saying, in truth, well, whatever has to be built back resilient. I was very much, when you use the different size of the rafters with the screws, etc., because I went through that at my mom's home. But the fact of the matter is, we always have to strive to get something better than before, because a lot of the damages too that was caused to people's property by the flying debris was also something regrettable. Other people's property, it had someone's roof that just came off, and that was actually a slab of concrete. So this person thought they had a concrete roof, but it was done on plywood. And when that slab of concrete came off and went through the hurricane winds like Aladdin carpet, it knocked out somebody's bedroom. So basically, the resilience, what we are talking about, is to build back, not to the same standards before, but to build back better. And I believe with building codes, etc., as we already indicated, we will get there. Probably we wouldn't do everything right the first, the second, or the third time, but we will get there once we keep having this type of dialogue.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact Wib today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices. The Wynwood Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Who you for?
For this holiday season, visit Lucky Group of Companies for all your beauty supplies. In Lucky 2, the most modern store you can find, Melanie Color with Impact Hair Dyes, L'Oreal Paris, Black Opal, Revlon, Maybelline, and NYX Professional Makeup, St. Ives, Oil of Olay, and Neutrogena Body Lotion, Coppertone Sunscreen, brand name perfumes, Disney Cosmetics for kids and travel sizes, a wide selection of synthetic and human hair from the Janet Collection, hair extensions and ladies' wigs in all styles, shape, and colors, perfume gift baskets, a large variety of electronics such as Apple, HP, Nikon, Pioneer, and Olympus, watches from Casio, Seiko, and Citizen, and the latest musical headphones from Beats. Lucky 1, Lucky 2, and Shoppers Plaza is wishing you the very best for the holiday season and a happy new year.
On Friday, the General Audit Chamber of the Netherlands released a focus study on the contribution of the Netherlands to the recovery and reconstruction of St. Martin. This report recognizes some of the challenges that the government of St. Martin is experiencing in the recovery process. The past months have taught us that preparation and implementation of trust fund projects takes much more time and capacity that St. Martin and the Netherlands originally anticipated. The implementation of the projects is challenging, not because a lack of will or commitment of political leaders and civil servants of St. Martin, but because of the extreme constraint of capacity on the island and the complex procedures of the World Bank. Yesterday, the World Bank published its own report on the status of the trust fund, providing a full overview of all activities that have been executed with the World Bank between April and November of this year. The World Bank's report acknowledges the implementation of recovery projects on St. Martin is challenging due to the capacity constraints within government and the limited capacity of the market to respond to the demands for goods, works, and services in a flexible and rapid manner. I encourage members of the community to take the time to read the report of the World Bank in order to get a better understanding of all the work that has been undertaken in the past months. For some people, the report of the Audit Chamber may be a reason to question why the Netherlands has chosen the World Bank to assist St. Martin in the recovery process, to blame government for delaying the recovery of St. Martin. But as Prime Minister, I do not want to turn our recovery process into a political game. And I reiterate that the government of St. Martin has and will remain fully committed to the cooperation with the World Bank. While we did not choose the World Bank, we are grateful for their support and ongoing commitment. All parties should continue to work together towards solutions, without ignoring the challenges that the government and our hard-working project teams face on a daily basis.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
Begin by wishing everyone happy and healthy and safe holidays before I get into my couple announcements. The electronic monitoring system, the contract was signed and Mr. Clark is on the island. He will be testing the coverage as well and also making sure that all the protocols are established to make sure that the implementation of the ankle bracelet is in full effect pretty soon. So we have received them. We will receive a few more tomorrow as well, and then we can start on using them and, of course, finding an alternative to incarceration as well as maybe early release and different ways that we can use this electronic monitoring to assist us in addressing not only youth delinquency but also petty crimes as well. I also have to mention that there will be traffic diversion today from the Coopercoy area due to the ongoing strike in the Sandy Ground area. The Madam Prime Minister as well as our counterparts at the fence side have communicated to us regarding this matter, and we have been proactive in making sure that there will be no traffic going through the Coopercoy area where they would create either more traffic or a bottleneck on the fence side. So we are working in cooperation, and Mr. John, the chief, is also very active with this and has ensured that there will be police presence throughout to ensure that the traffic keeps flowing and we can avoid any other situations. I'd also like to congratulate Mr. Roberto Livingstone, who has been sworn in at the Coast Guard. I had the honor of swearing him on Friday, and it was a wonderful ceremony. I want to also thank Mr. Ray Lamont for his service during that time as well, and believe that we have to give our residents the opportunity for them to excel in positions, and I think the example of Mr. Livingstone is one that will be used throughout the Ministry of Justice. I know in my discussions with the public prosecutor's office as well with the court, I have clearly indicated that we would like to see more residents involved in the entire judicial chain. So we look forward to those changes coming in the future.